Dix returns to his home city with Liverpool, for whom he scored his first goal at Oldham on Saturday, and perhaps even more pleasing from his own point of view, with whom he's not yet been booked since he came from West Ham. There's also a reunion for the Bristol City defender Stuart Munro, who played with and under Graham Souness when the Liverpool manager was in Glasgow with Rangers. In fact, they won a clutch of trophies together. Well, tonight Munro plays in the centre of the City defence because Matt Bryant is suspended. Andy Llewellyn returns at right back, and the only other change from the abandoned match is at number 8, where the speed merchant Junior Bent has replaced Ian Brown. Liverpool also keep much the same side, only this time Steve McManaman starts the match. In fact, it's the 11 who began at Oldham on Saturday, Liverpool's 9th match without defeat. However, Mark Wright was named as a substitute tonight and then got injured in the warm-up, so he was replaced on the bench by Stig Inge Bjørnebye. It's the same referee, Martin Bodnam, who was here when the floodlights failed. And with the fans consequently coming in tonight at much reduced prices, Liverpool have brought even more supporters than they did for the first match. There's about 5,500 here. And their team are playing in green and white from the right in the first half. Steve Nicol. On by Rush towards Fowler. And, Welsh called into action there with some hesitancy in the defence in front of him. And there could have been a dreadful moment for Bristol City in the opening seconds. Header on was by Allison. Robinson back to Llewellyn. Oh, and Ruddock had to make that interception. A misdirected pass from Nigel Clough. Scott with the throw. Here's Edwards. Ruddock's header, nearly towards Junior. Well, it is towards Junior Bent. Llewellyn. And Scott again. His right foot not his best. Redknapp. Nicol. And Clough finds Barnes. Here's Dix. Oh, good shot by Dix. He'd love to score back where he was born, but he certainly got off the mark for Liverpool at Oldham, and this was no mean effort in his native city. That's Martin forward, this is Robinson. Now it's Bent. Allison waiting in the centre, that's the far post ball for him. Grobbelaar picks it right off his head. Liam Robinson busying himself there, getting it wide to Junior Bent. It's the right ball from a Bristol point of view, but the goalkeeper came out on top here. Rush. McManaman now. Redknapp goes forward. Mistake by Munro, shot by Rush. Good save by Welsh. And a corner. Rush taking no time at all to get the strike in here as it came off number 5, Munro. Look at that. Corner then, Ruddock's forward. And there There is Ruddock, and it is Redknapp. Ian Rush's goal here in the first meeting doesn't count in the records because the match was abandoned, so he just needs 2 still to equal Dennis Law's FA Cup record this century. Crowd are a bit quiet at the moment. Maybe that's because Bristol City, whose team have got the home advantage, have been somewhat subdued by a purposeful start from Liverpool. Oh, Jamie Redknapp, a misplaced pass straight to Alisson. And the collision with Ruddock, who is penalised. Free kick to Bristol. Really, Ruddock was put into an awkward spot there by Redknapp. And Shale has gone up on the furthest side of the penalty area. Martin's in there too. Tinnion is lining the ball up here, left foot. And Tinnion shoots, and Grobbelaar holds on. Good thing he did, there were 2 running in. But Brian Tinnion, the former Newcastle and Bradford player, he's got a lovely left foot, and he drove that and bent it, in fact, as best he could. Grobbelaar clutched it. Oh, good ball by Edwards, and onside, Junior Bent. And they've got 3 coming in from the other side, and Bent shoots right across the goal. And I just wonder whether Bristol City can afford to spurn that kind of opportunity. They missed a couple before the first match was abandoned, and Bent there must have been perhaps a little bit torn between a cross and a shot. He was in the clear, the temptation was to shoot, I'm sure that's what he was attempting, across Grobbelaar. But from a Bristol point of view, it was across the far post as well. He had loads of space. Edwards put him through and he was onside. Grobbelaar, oh, it was close. Ten minutes left in the first half at Ashton Gate, and no score. Alisson, Robinson, Bent's going through again. Oh, he's got the other side of Julian Dix, and this time he shoots too high. Again, it wasn't the best angle in the world for a strike, but again, it has to go down as a chance for Junior Bent. Julian Dix was sleeping a bit there, I would have thought, because he allowed Bent the space, but the shot missed by some way this time. And 2 opportunities have come the way of the little number 8, and he hasn't been able to take either of them. And here's Robinson, and he's through. Grobbelaar's out this time, and Robinson's beaten him. Ruddock's on the line. Wasn't needed. Well, he was, but Liam Robinson misses the 3rd opening for Bristol City. How many more are they going to get? This time he got the goalkeeper beaten. Grobbelaar, in fact, was well beaten. It was a lovely little dummy. Now then, Ruddock must have just touched it. Not sure it was going in. You couldn't see from there. Tinnion with the corner. Martin's up. Well, we've got a cup tie now for sure. Edwards wide across to Tinnion. That looks a bit deep. Mark Shale's there, though. Oh, what a bad clearance by Ruddock, straight to Robinson. And Liverpool are all over the place at this particular moment. Edwards. But having said that, Russell Osman must be gnashing his teeth. They've had 3 wonderful chances, Bristol City. Here's Edwards. Robinson again. Outside him is Tinnion. Alisson's in the middle, so is Bent. Must be a bit concerned down there that after Liverpool started so smoothly, Bristol have now put together a very dangerous period of attacking play. McManaman. Well, Liverpool look at the referee and wonder about that challenge. Does he? Well, he may just have played the ball first, Brian Tinian, and in that case, Martin Bodden was correct. And there's the half-time whistle. And what an extraordinary second half of that first period it was, with Bristol City making 3 acceptable chances, all missed. And then Liverpool, lucky at that stage to be level, having a penalty appeal turned down right on half-time. Well, if Liverpool stay in the FA Cup, they'll have to look back on a 7-minute spell in that first half when 3 times fortune smiled on them, rather, or perhaps we should say that Bristol didn't make the most of their opportunities. And Bent on the far side now, certainly had 2 of them. That's Nicol. And here's Alisson. Oh. And Grobbelaar, can he touch it? Well, it's a back pass, is it? Well, now then, what does the referee do about that? He uses his common sense and says it's not a free kick. But I think initially Grobbelaar didn't want to go for that ball because he realised it had come off Steve Nicol. It isn't a deliberate back pass, so the referee's right, but Grobbelaar, certainly at first, for that reason I'm sure, didn't react. But he had to in the end. This is Martin. Scott with Jones. Nicol was needed as well. It's still Scott for Bristol. And that's a foul by Jones. Wasn't the tidiest piece of play by the right back. And Martin Bodden is going to caution him. There you can see the foot definitely snaked out and caught Scott. That's a yellow card for Rob Jones. Oh, the little man come in. Well, Rob Edwards got in behind Robinson, and Grobbelaar scrambled his header away. It's a good free kick from Tinian, and Robinson took them away, and Edwards was so close. Scott, he's there again, Scott, and Liverpool, well, how much longer are they going to survive this? Scott's doing a worthy job on this left flank for Bristol, and the Premiership side, having been fortunate in the first half, have now got their backs to the wall at the start of the second half. It's a corner to Bristol City. Tinian. McManaman. This is Fowler. Now Scott in defence, and Liverpool had plenty of players forward there for a moment. They still have, in fact. And if the ball was played right here... Well, it wasn't really by either side. This is Ruddock. Rush. Barnes. And here comes Dix. And away by Munro, but the flag was up for offside anyway. Well, Bruce Grobbelaar there saved Liverpool. It's Edwards who has the header. It comes past. It's a very, very good save, that, because Martin was right in the goalkeeper's view. Well, I just don't really know how Bristol City have failed to score. They don't either, I suspect. This is Tinian. Now it's forward by... Oh, he's onside again, Bent. It was forward by Monroe. 3 waiting in the centre. Corner. And still the First Division team take the game to the Premiership side. Well, Mark Shale, who was a Yeovil player this time last year and missed the chance to play against Arsenal in the Cup because he was suspended. He's determined to make up for it. Now the captain of Bristol City, not far away with the header. And every time the ball goes to that Liverpool penalty area, they are rocking. Robinson now, and he's away from Nicol. Well, this is a Liverpool side who might have looked measured for the first 15 minutes, but since then have looked absolutely rattled. Martin lets it run, and the referee plays an advantage. Here's Scott. Allison on the chest, well played, Robinson. And now it's Scott again. And again they've got space in the middle. Edwards, Robinson! Well, it would not be an understatement to say that Bristol City at this moment are tearing Liverpool apart. Rush comes back to beat Monroe, Barnes, and now then, McManaman on the break. Liverpool's first attack for a long time, and they've got players getting forward here. That's Robbie Fowler. And this is Nigel Clough. And Rush is in the middle. And it's Bristol's turn to survive a dangerous moment. Allison to Martin. Oh, look at this! It's Robinson, and he's through. Nicol going across, Robinson shoots. And that's the difficult one for the player on the ball. He was right to shoot from where he was, but from a higher position, he wasn't to know. Wayne Allison was screaming for a square pass. But look at this, Dave Martin puts it through, and again the Liverpool defence is licked for pace. There was a player square, but Robinson had to go for it from there. Edwards. Martin, good play. And Nicol finds Fowler out on the left. Rush making his way into the centre. That looked like a block on Robbie Fowler by Shale. It's going to be a free kick. Nigel Clough will place the ball, but he won't take it. It's going to be Dix. And here comes Ruddock! Oh, it's been turned in at the far post! And it's Ian Rush again. Ian Rush. Oh, the Liverpool supporters salute the goal. And against the run of play, Julian Dix takes the free kick. The key player here is Neil Ruddock. He comes in between 2 defenders and gets the header past the keeper, and Rush only had to tap that over the line for his 40th goal in FA Cup football. I wonder from Liverpool's point of view whether he scored many more valuable than that. Well, he certainly scored them in finals, of course, but that one might just get them off the hook here. Rush turns it in, and that will be, floodlights permitting, the goal that takes him to within 1 of Dennis Law's record. And as he did in the first game, he puts Liverpool ahead. But can Bristol City do what they did and equalise? Here's Nicol to clear. Well, It was a free kick flighted by Dix. Welsh was backpedaling a bit. Ruddock came in between the defenders. It rolls across the line almost, but that's where Ian Rush is deadly. Now then, to say that Liverpool are fortunate to be in front, we'll have to wait for this corner. Here comes Grobbelaar. Didn't get a terribly good punch on that. They will know that on the play and on the chances, they're very fortunate to be in this position. But Bristol City haven't taken them. Can they now? Martin. Oh, and he's through here. Bent again. And he's now staring back at what could have been a hat-trick. A great touch by Alisson and Martin put Bent in, but once more as Grobbelaar advanced, he pulled his shot across the goal. And the facts of the matter are that with money tight down here, Russell Osman has not got the wherewithal to go and buy a striker. The ones he's got have done well enough up to the final moment near goal. Here's Llewellyn. That's onside, a lovely ball by Tinian to Bent. Now they've got plenty in the middle here. It's Bent. Oh, Robinson, surely, yes, Alisson! Wayne Alisson! And they really deserve it. It's 1-1, and Ashton Gate goes mad. Alisson has scored for Bristol at last. It was a great ball by Tinian. Junior Bent in space again, acres of it. They queued up in the middle here to meet the cross. The first man missed it, the second man missed it. Alisson put it away. And Bristol City have equalised. Three men waiting, any one of them could have scored. Robinson, no. Martin, no. Bad mistake by Jones, in by Alisson. Redknapp. Well won by Rob Edwards. Bent. Alisson ahead. So is Robinson, but not that way. Still Junior Bent. That's a good cross, and Alisson's coming in, and Grobbelaar missed it. Incredible. Well, he's probably touched it, didn't he? It's surely a corner. When I say he missed it, he failed to catch it. But Alisson looked there as though he might have won it in what must surely be nearly the last attack. Bent's cross, a beauty. Yes, it slipped out of Grobbelaar's hands. Wasn't a very good kick by the Liverpool goalkeeper, but the whistle goes. A roar from nearly 22,000 people who paid £77,000 in gate receipts. Russell Osman knows they've had their money's worth here tonight. His team excelled themselves, perhaps except for one vital area, the finishing. Missed so many chances and then had to come from behind. The scorers, as in the first match, Ian Rush for Liverpool, and then the equaliser from Wayne Alisson of Bristol City. The tie goes back to Anfield next week, and after what Bolton did to Liverpool in the third round last year, and after the way they played tonight, don't let anybody dare rule Bristol City out yet. After the number of chances you missed when Ian Rush scored, you must have thought how cruel the game can be.
Yeah, but that's football for you, isn't it? Sometimes you don't get what you deserve, and sometimes you get a little bit more than you deserve. I was just pleased that we got back into the game as quickly as we did. And again, right to the last couple of minutes of the game, either side probably could have won it.
We didn't play as what we could do, but we felt we got the right result in the end. But saying that, Bristol played very well, and we were second to most balls tonight. So in the end, we were fortunate to get a replay.
Now, next week, the replay at Anfield. Bolton went there last season and beat Liverpool in the third round replay. Can Bristol City do that?
Well, we've had 2 games on the trot against them here, you know, and the lads feel confident that they can go to Anfield now and still give a good account of themselves.
Well, it was a cracking display by Bristol. They were somewhat unlucky, weren't they, against your old club?
It was a great game. Liverpool were awful, but you can't take anything away from Bristol. If you go on the pitch and you play with pace and aggression, you can play as well. You've got half a chance, but if you've got pace, aggression, you can play. and you're well organised, then you're in business. But they're going to rue the chances they missed tonight.
Sure. Now, what about Mr. Junior Bent? It's an interesting name. We've seen him in the Cup in former seasons. He's been very good. And tonight he had chances galore.
3 great chances. This is the first one. Now he takes it through. I think he goes too far to the right here. Grobler stands up pretty well. He just blasts it wide, and that was a golden opportunity. The second one, his first touch isn't too bad. He's at a bad angle, but I think he just hits it for the sake of hitting it, and it goes high over the bar. The third chance is possibly the best of the 3 chances. A good angle to come in it. He tries to chip Bruce Grobler, and it goes wide. 3 golden opportunities, and he hasn't hit the target once.
At least he got the opportunity. He's got sparkling pace.
Great pace, but, you know, he's got to score 1 of the 3.
Yeah. Now, what about Bruce? We got the usual effervescent Bruce display, a bit of this and a bit of that, and...
Well, a bit of this and a bit of that. This is totally unbelievable. I don't know where he's going here. He's going out of the ground. He's got to buy a ticket to get back in. There is no way Liam Robinson is ever going to score here because he's totally bemused, bewildered, and he puts it wide. And it's a let-off for Bruce, but this is where he's great. A great header here from Edwards, and this is a quite magnificent save. Low down to his right, and he palms it away. But that's just Bruce, isn't it?
Liam Robinson must have been quite bemused to see a man in yellow coming
running past them. Where does that guy come from?
OK. Well, now 2 years on Merseyside.